So take a look at this right here. This was a brand new image posted by Bioware teasing upcoming content coming to Anthem. What could it be? Well, we have a ton to discuss today as Casey Hudson from Bioware also posted a blog post, and it was called Post-Launch Update. So yeah, we're going to go over that as well. So hey everyone, what's up? Open World Games here. Let's do this. Let's dive into the latest about all things Anthem. Welcome back. All right, let's rock and roll. So also, real quick, if you did not know, there was a new shop update now. They're encoring some items that you have seen before, the Guardian Armor Pack and then the Seeker Armor Pack. But there's the Sleep at the Teleport emote, and then the Gun on Shoe emote is back, and then we've got the Graphic Architect, and then the Decal Horror Show. So, the Guardian Armor Pack for me, for the Ranger, is really cool. One of my favorites, personally, and I've been asked about it a lot of times, so I think it's definitely worth it. But let's keep going right now. Okay, so this was posted out by Jesse Anderson, community manager on Anthem, who said, "Did you see this new image in Casey's blog? Wonder what it could be." So let's full screen this new image. We got to check it out. So a lot of people just dismissed the image at first and thought it was the Heart of Rage, which it has that theme to it. But many people are like, okay, well, could this be a new stronghold? Perhaps we're seeing a new region that will be added onto the game down the road. It could also be like a mix of snow and fire region. But as you can see, there's some sort of shaper structure here in the distance, and you can see how big it is considering how small the freelancers are in this concept work here. So this looks like it's going to be a very impressive structure for sure, and actually could be tied to the Monument Watch perhaps in some way. So that could always be a possibility. Or it could also be tied to the upcoming Cataclysm, because we know that we're going to be getting that. So there's a lot of theories going on about this one for sure. If you head over to the 90-day roadmap right here, of course we have March, which we'll be getting legendary missions, and then Elysian crates here at the tail end of March, and we should be getting a look at the new content here coming up here on Wednesday. But yeah, April's where I personally think it's going to get really interesting with the mastery system. But what we could be seeing, of course, is the Sunken Stronghold in that shot there. So that's a big possibility, or maybe something tied to the Cataclysm. But I think it could definitely be a new region or tied to the new stronghold going forward. Let me know your thoughts about that brand new image that was recently teased. But yeah, let's also go into the details about what Casey Hudson had to say in this blog post here, the post-launch update. So let us begin. Let's do this. All right, so this is what Casey Hudson had to say. He says this: "Woo, how's everyone doing out there? It's been a wild ride these last few weeks. On the one hand, it's been a rougher launch than expected, but then as I think back, we also knew that big new online games tend to hit some kind of problem once they go live. So as much as we tested and prepared to make sure everything was ready, we were also ready for the possibility that unexpected issues might arise at launch, and we continue to be committed to responding to them." And obviously, you know, you've seen a lot of updates and patches rolling out here for Anthem for sure. Next up, he goes on to say this: "We launched a game that so many of you tell us is really fun at its core, but we also had a degree of issues that did not reveal themselves until we were operating at the scale of millions of players. We were, of course, very disappointed about that, as were many of you. I've been in there playing with you since those early days. I'm a Ranger in Edmonton Oilers colors, and it makes me sad to hear about any issues that would hold someone back from fully enjoying the game. I take that very personally, and it's been our top priority to get improvements out to you in the fastest, safest way." Next up, we have this image that was posted in the blog post showing a combat balance meeting in Austin. So it looks like they're going through the combat systems, and you can see the Ranger is on screen. So we do know that the Ranger will be getting adjustments in the future. So that's something I'm really excited for. As you guys know, I love the Ranger, even though he's considered very weak right now. But I think he has immense potential, and they could do a lot with him in the future. So hopefully we get a news about buff for the Ranger. Next up, Casey Hudson continues to say this: "In these first few weeks, our live team has worked hard on that, delivering over 200 improvements through patches and live updates across stability, loot and progression, customization, and more. We also continue to listen to your feedback with more improvements to in-game loot and progression, game flow, and stability and performance coming soon, so there's a lot more work that we intend to do. This is all a learning experience for us, and as we work to make sure the game is improved and perfected, we can't emphasize enough how much we appreciate you staying with us. Especially because the next stage is where things get really interesting. Now, when he says that, he, of course, posts this image right here. So, that's what he's talking about. In the next stage, things get really interesting. So, this is like a teaser of the things that are forthcoming for, you know, the free DLC plan that we've seen with the roadmap. Alright, so let us keep going here with what he has to say. Now, he says this: as we move through this most difficult period of launching a new game in IP, we're also working on the things that will really show what Anthem is capable of: a series of world events, new story content, and new features that all build towards the cataclysm later this spring. So, that post there was underneath the image. So, as you can see, again, it could be tied to the cataclysm. Maybe. I don't know. So, get to theorizing, guys, and read the blog post for yourself. You can find it in the description below. But, yeah, definitely some interesting things going on here for sure. Alright, so, just this. But we understand there is skepticism out there. We hear the criticisms and doubts, but we'll keep going anyway, working hard every day on Anthem as an ever-changing world, constantly improving and growing, and supported well into the future by our team of passionate developers. They're just basically saying that they're not going to stop. They're going to keep going with this one no matter what, and you can expect updates forthcoming for the foreseeable future. You know, they've laid out Act 1 for us. We know that we're getting an Act 2 and an Act 3, so yeah, I'm hoping that they just keep going. Alright, so finally he says this: with Anthem, we're trying something a little different than we've done before, and likewise, our upcoming games will be different from Anthem. But with everything we do, we focus on staying true to our mission, creating worlds that inspire you to become the hero of your own story. So what's most important to us is you, the players who have supported us in the journey, and we're excited to prove that with Anthem, the best is yet to come. Casey. So, let me know what you think of the blog post for sure. I've seen some mixed reactions to it. Some people are like, you know, that they've heard this before. Others are like, they're very, very thankful that, of course, Bioware is continuing on and trekking forward. I really think down the road, this can be an extremely special game. I still absolutely love the core gameplay. Like Casey Hudson said, you know, it's just so much fun. The core experience itself is a lot of fun despite its issues, and there are issues for sure with the loot system, connection issues, bugs, and that sort of thing. So, yeah, they have a lot to iron out going forward. But let's talk about a little bit what we can expect in the immediate future here. So, we're going to be getting a live stream showing new content this Wednesday. So there was a question about this from MusicMan05. It says this: will the new content shown on Wednesday be part of patch 1.04? And this is what Jesse Anderson said. Yes. So yeah, the new content that we're going to be seeing on Wednesday is going to be releasing with that new patch, that new update, I guess you would call it, 1.04, which I assume would be coming out at the, you know, tail end of March. So I will have an exact release date about that as well. And remember, this is from the official Anthem social media. It says, join Jesse and a special guest this Wednesday at 1 p.m. PT, 3 p.m. Central Time, as they show some new content and talk about the next update coming to Anthem. And you can watch that at twitch.tv/AnthemGame or mixer.com/AnthemGame. If you didn't know about that, there it is. Something's going to be showcased. Now, if you do miss that, if you're at work, if you're at, you know, college, school, what have you, I will have a complete recap right here at Open World Games, so you don't miss anything, so you won't miss anything. Just come back here, remember to turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything, and yeah, I have you guys covered. Alright, you know what time it is. It is time for top comments. Leave a comment down below. It could end up here. Yes, you guessed it, in a video, so let's do this. So the first comment comes from Levi6457R, who says, I think some cool events would be islands in the sky with giant Dwarven boss fights. That, man, when you said that, that would be absolutely incredible. And you got 156 upvotes. You know, you got my mind running when you said that. I started thinking about, giant floating objects in the sky. They could even do stuff like Dominion ships, if that's even a thing. big platforms. You know, I think of Apex Legends. I think one of the coolest things in Apex Legends is being able to go on your initial drop and land on that ship. It would be cool if you saw like floating platforms and ships like that where you can have battles, because there's already the flying mechanic and it would make a lot of sense, and I think it would meld perfectly into what Anthem already is. So yeah, I think that would be cool. Maybe like big Dominion flying fortresses floating around as well. So yeah, there's a lot of potential for that sort of thing, but it would be cool if we did see some different stuff like that. Next up, we have the Railgunner, who says this: while I agree that it would be nice to see content at the beginning of each month, I would much rather them take their time getting it out to us so they can work out the kinks and the bugs. This game is already hurt pretty badly. I have one friend who still plays Anthem from time to time. All the rest jump ship to the Division 2, among other games. I don't think they can afford to keep putting out updates with disastrous bugs or broken systems. Totally agree on that one. Now, he says this: I've been a fan of Bioware for a long time, like since KOTOR, and I would like to see them survive this game. So let's not rush them too much. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I'm just saying this stuff takes time. So let's remind ourselves of that. Alright, he goes on to say, I also imagine it's coming at the end of each month because Anthem launched near the end of the month. With all of that said and out of the way, I still can't freaking wait for more content. Yeah, I think that's how the whole community feels for sure. We just want more content. But yeah, you have some good points there, that despite us wanting the new content, we want content that works. We don't want a patch for a patch for a patch, you know, and it just keeps going and going and going, where it cascades from one problem to the next, and they just keep trying to fix it. So yeah, I agree on that one, and I think they're, you know, personally, from what the feeling is with how Bioware's commuting stuff, for the first couple months here, they're going to be addressing issues with the game, with the loot system. They're going to be fixing the bugs. I do hope by Act 2, and this is just my personal opinion, that when we get to Act 2, which is going to be after May, that when they do release the content, that it is spread out more evenly throughout the months. It's not just all crammed at the end of the month. That's just my personal opinion, but they do need to get through the bugs and stuff like that. But excellent comments, guys, on the videos, as always. Get busy, post some comments about this brand new image right here. The mystery. What could it be? No one knows, but I will let you guys know what this could be definitely in the future. Can you believe how tiny those freelancers are? What is going on? But yeah, personally, I think it's possibly tied to a new region. Maybe the cataclysms. We'll see. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you next time. Take care.